Hey guys, today I'm going to teach you how to not get lost when navigating a trail. So we're over here at Crowder's Mountain State Park. Here's our trailhead. This is the Sparrow Springs access. And the very first thing you want to do before you get on any trail is to look at the trail map. Now, most places are going to have a map somewhat like this, and this is super important. The first thing, of course, you need to do is take a picture. Even if you don't think you're going to use it, or even if it sounds silly, take a picture. Next, you want to locate yourself on the actual map. In this case, we came in through the Sparrow Springs access. So, you know that you need to follow trails away from it. Now, my goal for today is going to be to climb the Crowder's Trail. So, I'll take my Sparrow Springs access, I'll start here, and I'll look on the map and see where does the Crowder's Trail go. In this case, it goes up towards the backside trail, and then it winds a little bit, and it gets to the top, the overlook. Now, once you know exactly what trail you're gonna go on, you can start hiking. Now, it helps a lot of the time to also figure out what direction you're going. People don't really use compasses anymore, but I know that the building is over there, the parking lot is over here, and then I'm starting on this gravel area. Another good piece of advice is just to take a picture of the parking lot where you're going. So now we're gonna go along and we're gonna start hiking this trail. Now, when you're hiking a trail, you always want to be, 1, dressed for the occasion, 2, have enough supplies, and 3, set a reasonable expectation. And we're going to go through each of those. So we've just started hiking the trail. We're just a couple feet in. And the very first thing we're going to talk about is the reasonable expectations. Only you know your body. Nobody else can tell you exactly how much you can hike and how far you can go. And so you really need to set your expectations before you start hiking a trail. I know that since I'm into hiking and my body can take a lot, that I'll have no problem going to the very top of this trail and coming back. But you need to know what your body is capable of. And that ties in with the other point, supplies. Now, I'm not someone who hikes with a lot of supplies. I like to not carry too much. But if you're someone who needs to drink a lot of water or eat snacks throughout an exercise, then you need to bring supplies along with you. All right, and next we're going to talk about trailblazing. Now, you're going to see I'm coming up on a triangle on this tree. We'll get a nice zoomed in shot of that. Now, blazes are used in tons of national parks, tons of state parks, and just tons of trails in general. And they help you stay on track when you're on a trail. Now, most places don't use the trailblazing system of patterns, but if they do, you know that a single blaze just means that you're going forward. If there's a blaze and then another blaze up and to the right, that means you're turning right, vice versa, turning left, and you can kind of go from there. But blazes are usually on trees. They can be painted, or in this case, for this trail, it was a plastic blaze. And it just helps you know, hey, I'm still on the right track. If you're going for a while and you don't see blazes, that could be a sign that maybe you've taken a wrong turn. So you can see just from where I'm standing right here, you can see 3 blazes. There's that one on the tree, that one back there, and even one more all the way back there. And that helps me know, hey, I'm on the right track. But if you look over to the right, it's like, oh shit, could this possibly be another trail? But if you started going down this, you know, oh, wow, you know, the trail is starting to get smaller and it really looks like it goes further, but there's no blazes. So don't follow that trail. Let's keep hiking along. Now, depending on how big of a state park / national park or just wilderness area that you're in, sometimes you'll have emergency hotspots like this. Crowder's Mountain is great for this reason. Scattered throughout all the trails are little emergency numbers where if you call emergency services, you'll be able to simply give them whatever number is located on the box and they'll know exactly where to get you from. Now, for the purposes of this video, I'm just gonna hike around this little curve here, and we're gonna call it our destination. Now, if you're hiking on mountainous trails, the other biggest danger for you is gonna be the terrain itself. Now, assuming you are already on this hike, you've brought enough food, you brought enough water, you've dressed properly, you should be fine to actually navigate the trail itself. But if you're getting up high in the mountains, you're not gonna want to put yourself in danger up there either. So something that can be really tough is rocky trails. I'm on a very easy trail here, but super rocky trails that have a lot of cliffs and a lot of edges, they can be harder to navigate and they can be more dangerous. Oftentimes you'll see signs that say, hey, people have died here. And they're not lying. People do die in national parks all the time because of their own stupidity or just a lack of carefulness. So imagine I'm all the way up on a trail and I'm just standing on a rock ledge right here. I would be stupid because you really shouldn't do that. Yeah, there's a great view, but let's be real. How different is your view a safe distance away, where if you were to fall over, you would not die? These two things that I've mentioned, keeping a safe distance away from any ledges and just bringing enough water, those two pieces of advice will get you very far. And a vast majority of the deaths and injuries that do happen from hiking and in national parks is because people do not bring enough supplies or they're just careless. So that's pretty much all you need to know when it comes to hiking. Get out there, have a good time, and yeah, happy hiking.